Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. The most recent siege made me reconsider some of the teams on my account. I want to show you one of them today. It's a really fun team. It's a really expensive team to have. Not everyone is gonna be able to use and utilize this sort of team, but it's fun. It's gonna be a fun showcase. It's honestly not my idea. I was given ideas both from my clan but also from the enemies. I believe SpongeBob's defense was basically the same as mine, and the same defense as I'm going to show you as offense is what I mean. And it's basically, I think, the start of a series that I might be doing on YouTube. At least I'll try to do it, where I will be showcasing the Unity champions together with other champions of the same faction, obviously, to see what kind of fun combos we can create. And I want your help as well. If you're watching and you have your ideas, or you've seen these teams work, or you know about these teams because you've seen them in other videos maybe, leave the thoughts down below, and if I do have the champions, I'll try to showcase it. So what team am I talking about? Obviously, I'm talking about a Unity champion. We're going to start off with the Banner Lords, and this is going to be the video for today with Axelin, the Stalwart, together with the two strongest Banner Lords there is, honestly, in my opinion. When those two are brought together and you get which ones I'm talking about, then it becomes a crazy combo. So Axelin, the Stalwart, has an insane unity where he has the ability to protect your allies under shield buffs, which are now immune to stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, true fear, and petrification debuffs. This helps a ton against many setups. Your faction allies also, when under ally protection buffs, they have a 20% of chance of counterattacking, and then with 3 faction allies, your shield buffs are increased by 100%, except shield buffs granted by artifact sets. Also, the way that this champion works is providing ally protection to the squad and also block damage on himself, making him invulnerable for 2 turns. Okay, he cannot receive damage because this buff will also be protected. He becomes an insane tank. He receives damage for your team and he doesn't receive it, basically, because of the block damage. He becomes so good. Basically, you don't want to be using this skill, the A2, to be removing your shields and attacking. You're not going to be an attacker, you're going to be a support in this one, and that's what I did fighting. And then the other 2 champions, guys, it's obvious, he's going to be Taras and Marichka. You know the deal. So if you guys don't know how these 2 champions work, I mean, where have you been hiding? This is an insane combo. Let me show you the gear that I had on. First of all, Axelin. I'm gonna say Axelin. It sounds weird to say otherwise. So I had a 4-piece stone skin and a 4-piece bolster on him. Not very high stats. I mean, with the gear that I could put, like, in terms of speed, I wanted this higher, but I wanted the protection from the bolster at the start of the round. So that's why I went with this. The best combo I could do without removing crazy sets from other champions was this, and it worked really well. I had a 1-up submission on my champion, and I went with just a little bit of resistance in case, I don't know, in case I wanted to build him a little bit different before. I didn't change the builds that I had for the specific run. I honestly, because of protected buffs, you can go probably with Bulwark. All right, this makes sense because of the ally protection and all that, but I don't know. For now, I had him with this set. Then Taras, let me show you the Taras. I have 2 Taras on this account, which makes this insane. Double Taras. They didn't have insane gear though. I mean, if you look at this one, which is the good Taras, 100% crit, 311 crit damage, 100,000 health, right? So nothing too crazy. 6-star blessings are crazy. I had this guy with a golden elixir because I was afraid of the enemies, how strong they would be in terms of smacking my own Taras down. The enemy had like a +4 Taras, if I remember, and obviously maxed out with the lightning cage for this one. The other one is more like a PvE Taras, and both of them have the same masteries, which is Helm Smasher. The PvE Taras, actually, in order to bring in with the stone skin, I couldn't find another amulet with the crit damage. I just didn't have one. It's insane. Didn't have one on this account. I think on my coldbrew account I have one, and I just didn't have 2 of them on this one. So yeah, that was it. Like, lower stats, but still can do something, because the insanity of the A1 of Taras bringing you extra turn meter when you attack, so each critical hit will fill turn meter, is quite insane. And remember that Marichka also gives you the ability to attack. Basically, you do single target on one enemy ally attacks with the Taras. So it's insane. It's insane on how this works. And the Tereshka was built 6-star blessing. I had polymorph on her and built her with stone skin relentless. Not too crazy stats, 300 speed, 118, 5000. She basically needed to be there and be able to take a few hits. And if she takes the hits, her crazy passive goes in and the Taras attack. So the idea is to protect Taras and Marichka with Akelin and just create an insane combo. Unfortunately, I cannot recreate the battle that I did. So we're gonna throw these into some arena fights here and see what we can do. And you'll see the combo in action. Oh yeah, I didn't have this saved up. So let's start it up with Akelin. All right. Gonna throw him in there. We're gonna throw Taras. Boom, boom. And then Marichka. Obviously, I'm gonna change these up in just a second. So how I want these to attack is because Akelin can also stun with his default attack. You can place him here so he tries to stun the targets. But with Wand of Submission, you don't want this guy to be stunned. So because Wand of Submission can revert the stun. I could argue to put him in last spot. Maybe you can get some damage through and maybe kill the target before he goes. It's up to personal preference. So let's go into battle and see how this works against these guys. Obviously, it's much different when you're on offense than on defense, obviously, guys. But the idea here is to see how this goes. So we're gonna go first now, and I'm just gonna do the A1 so you guys get an idea of what happens with the Taras. They go attack. They boost turn meter, so I'm just getting insane amounts of turn meter because of this. And when my Marichka gets attacked, because the enemy defenses just don't know what they're doing, the Taras just counter and do insane damage. So here is the craziness. Look at that. Protected block damage, protected shield there is just insanity in terms of how strong this combo is. And how difficult it can be for enemies to counter this, all right? But again, obviously, if it's on defense, you don't go straight up to attack Marichka in this scenario because you'll get hurt. You try to take out the enemies that are least effective against you. You try to control maybe the Taras, and in that way, you kill them. But it's a very, very tough team to encounter and also beat. Okay, so here again you see the protection. I want them to attack me, so I'll try to find a team with maybe like I want to see something like really fast and strong against me. Hopefully that they'll go first, because I've got 300 speed. It's not that high, so I'm not sure why oh, we got sheep there because Taras applied the fear at the start of the round. That's fine. We got our stone skin removed. Ooh, I've got 2 sheeps going. See this? Look at the wand of submission. Just insane. Look at this. Now we protect the Taras. So what's happening here? Hit me. I'm gonna try and kill that Marius. Marius is insane. So now my Marichka, it's kind of low, but honestly just this brings tons of damage on the enemies. Ooh. Are we gonna get stunned all day? Look at that. Because they attack my Marichka, it's a bad time for them. But it's already looking pretty nice for them, because look at this. Block buffs on me, the control is there. The sheeps are basically really strong. Here I can remove the shields and then do damage. I'm gonna try this actually. I want to see the damage. Didn't try it ever when I was doing this. I want to see what kind of damage we're looking at. Yeah, not enough to justify To justify, but let's see some Terminator boost there. Let's see. Stun that guy. There's the revive. Get frozen. Ooh. The weak hits are gonna be nasty. Still gonna try and kill him. Yeah, there he goes. Oh. There it is. Okay. Let's hit with the A1. We don't Terminator boost because that was a weak hit because of what's it called? Enfeeble. Stun City. The one of submission becoming OP here. This gives me a big shield. All right, let's see. Let's try and take them out maybe. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get stunned again. No. So much freezing going on. It's crazy. It's all day. There we go. Okay. Insanity. Insanity. What was happening over there? Let's refresh. I want to find... Oh, what are we going to do against the turtles? Let's see. Kind of combos. Like the stuns are very annoying. So these combos can be very annoying to fight against. Let's keep on going and see where we're at the end. I could try this also in live arena, but I can't do double Taras in live arena, so it's this is the insanity of the combo, the double that you see here, and then just like that. Let's see, let's refresh and find something fast. So let's see, with this rating that we're at, we can't see much, but I want to see some, some crazy combos here. So I can do strengthen on me, I can do cleanse. Mariska provides a huge utility. I think the strengthen is very nice. Look at that, because it just adds more protection on your team in terms of damage received. And then once they start attacking you, it's just the end. All right, it's the end. Once they start attacking you, it's the end. And in terms of specific faction only, or let's say Tellarians only, the enemies will be very limited in what they're gonna do against you. But there is a way to, you know, once you control the Taras, you saw what happened. All right, it's not an impossible team to beat. Once you control the Taras, you're able to hit Mariska. You can kill her first so she doesn't revive, and then it becomes a much easier way to handle this sort of team. It's not an impossible team to beat, by no means. It's just annoying, especially when you're limited to specific factions only, and the specific factions like the first row, so Banner Lords, High Elves, Sacred Order, it can't do everything, right? So this is the team I had against me. This is the team I used to basically kill them. It gave me you know, a good chance to test out this faction unity of them together. Haven't tested more champions, like let's say one Taras instead, and maybe something else, maybe a better cleanser, something to provide additional support would have been cool. So here you cleanse everything, and the relentless becomes crazy. Something to remove buffs would have been nice, because here there's the block damage. I can't do much here. As you see, when there's block damage, it's just waiting for them to take a turn. So he's got 2 turns there, and that block, it's stupid. And then that Wukong is gonna revive soon enough. But look at that, it's fun. It's fun. I'm just waiting for him to get. How much Terminator he has? Like 0? What is happening? Look at that. How crazy is Mariska? That utility, it's nuts. Let that Wukong stay there. And I think the fight I did in Siege took me like 6 minutes because I was trying to optimize my attacks to make sure I was able to beat them, beat this team. So come on, remove that block damage. Yeah, finally we take him out. Take him out, and that's it basically. Beautiful. So you get an idea, guys, of what you're facing when you have this team against you. So the combo is manageable if you have control. So you saw the kind of trouble I was against having the stuns and all that. So here, trying to see maybe like this team. Maybe this is fast, but I don't know. It's got Senna in it, so it doesn't look like it's optimized much. Maybe this one. Maybe this one has something against me. He's probably faster than 300 speed. We'll see. All right, there it is. There's the boost. There's the sheep going through. That's pretty nice, actually, going for the sheep first. You sheep Mariska, and that stops the passive from working. Now she gets up at half health, and it's nasty, right? It's nasty. So I'm having this on auto. We're seeing how everybody reacts now to the enemies. Went in with the stun because he didn't have skills available. Mariska got attacked, so the Taras immediately goes there. If the AI doesn't know what it's doing, which it doesn't, it's gonna be attacking Mariska with an AoE, or maybe because she's at lower health now, so she has some sort of target against her because of the AI, and the Taras goes in there and just wrecks. Okay, again, Wand of Submission would be optimal on all your champions, because it opens up the possibility for those controls to be reflected. So it's a very strong relic, very strong relic. I think I've got like 4 on this account, which isn't that many if you think of all the champions that you gotta be equipping, right? And I got a bombs debuff on me, which is insane. An additional passive that Mariska has is that she places a block damage on your team if you get a bomb on you. So very nice. Look at that, getting attacked even against her. It's just a really strong combo. And the Taras, that whistling that they do if you got your sounds enabled, is haunting, guys. So this was the first showcase of this Banner Lords Unity squad. Again, I didn't make it with Aselin and double Taras. I didn't have the idea. It's just a fun showcase. I could imagine other champions working together with these two, but I think these two are meant to be with the faction unit, just meant to be, just because of how strong it is when you have like that protected block damage and protected ally protection is insanity. That was the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.